Y'all, today I am reacting to a video of a courageous and bold black man who, functioning in his freedom, was accused of hate speech, all because he dared to speak publicly speech that the left loves to hate. Let's take a look at this clip.
Good morning, everybody. My name is John Alante McCauley. I'm with a grassroots organization called Flip Philly Red. We're here to offer you something different because you've been voting Democrat for the mayor's office for the past 70 years. In regard to bill number 250768, or what's called the Stop Trashing Your Air Act, a couple of weeks ago, Councilwoman Gunther Year had children come to City Hall to advocate for this bill. It's in my opinion that you can't possibly care about the children's air quality when you stand with Planned Parenthood and not care if they even make it into this world or not. The Stop Trashing Our Air Act should be called the Stop Trashing Our Babies Act. You can't possibly care about the air quality for children when you align yourself with racist white liberals like Margaret Sanger, who says she wanted to get black women to abort their babies to exterminate the black community.
Listen, Linda. There's nothing better than listening to black men stand flat-footed and speak the truth. These people, their minds are about to explode for what this man just said. First of all, there were no lies detected in what he just said. He is absolutely right. First, he acknowledges that he's with Flip Philly Red, and he's bringing a new perspective because he's like, y'all been voting Democrat for the mayor's office for over 70 years. And I'm confused how y'all are focused on this one particular bill. Yet, y'all are out here supporting the wholesale murder of babies in the womb, particularly black babies. And you notice how people are saying boo? Like, how are you booing historical facts? This is a historical truth claim that this man dared to say out loud publicly, but as a black man, you're not supposed to say that. This is incredible. Let him continue, then we're gonna cook.
You can't care about the air quality of children when you're fine with CHOP giving puberty blockers and hormones to our children. You can't possibly care about the air quality of our children when you're fine with transgenders reading books to our children. How can you care?
Oh, they mad now. Oh my goodness, they are. Y'all hear how this crowd is going nuts. Where's the lie? Do Democrats not want to support legislation that gives puberty blockers to your children without your consent? Do they not support legislation that allows for these transgender cross-dressing drag queens to put inappropriate books in your children's school library and then have these same freak nasty individuals read to your children? Where's the lie? Like John Amachuku has a whole organization. That's all he does is he goes around to school boards and highlights all the freak nasty stuff that's happening in these school districts. So he's absolutely right. This is what's so weird to me. This is Philadelphia, where so much of the city is run by black folks. This is why I have a film that we're working on called Slavery is a Choice, because it is. You are choosing your own slavery and oppression every time you vote and support Democrat policies, because this is who Democrats are. And this man is here exposing it and making it so plain that you can't refute anything he's saying. This is why they're booing him.
One moment, please. No matter, this is the people's house, right? And so we want everybody to have a chance to speak, no matter how much we may disagree with what is being presented. Freedom of speech, okay? So let's let him speak and proceed. But let's not boo. Let's not boo, so we don't have boos on the other side. We want to hear everybody's speech. And, sir, no hate speech.
Notice how she is labeling. It's interesting how she acknowledges that this is the people's house, but yet she wants to come in and assert authority over him by telling him or labeling what he has said as hate speech. It's not hate speech. It is speech you hate. Y'all thought I was joking when I said, this is why I keep saying slavery is a choice. Look at who your masters and your overseers are. You got a bald-headed black woman right here, and then this black woman right here. Trying to tell this black man, I mean, you can speak, but then they want to regulate his speech. No hate speech. What is hate speech? This man hasn't threatened anybody. He hasn't incited any sort of violence. All he did was restate facts. Margaret Sanger founded Planned Parenthood, and her whole goal was to eliminate the black population by pushing abortion to black women. And who are the highest consumers within the abortion industry? Black women. But the truth is considered hate to these godless miscreants. These melanated, Marxist-minded, matriarchal miscreants right here. They want to say what he's saying is hate speech. Can you believe that?
No hate speech.
My First Amendment right, I can say what I want. I ain't threatening nobody.
Understood.
How can you care about the air quality when 15-year-old boys and 50-year-old men are smoking weed on SEPTA trains? You possibly can't care about the air quality when the stench of homelessness is running rampant on these SEPTA trains. Stacey Garrity for governor, John Alante McCauley for PA GOP chair.
Y'all, I am so glad. Thank you for sending me this clip. I am so grateful that it's voices like that we need to hear more of, and the louder we are, they can't shut all of us up. We need more black men showing up to these city council meetings and just standing there and confronting these people to their face on their wickedness. She wanted to label what he said as hate speech because she hated to hear the truth. If you're black and female, I don't understand how you can support Democrat policies when the decimation and extermination of your people are being pushed by an organization that encourages you to kill your own offspring. And you want us to believe that it's the white man oppressing you? It's these jokers right here. It's the black overseers, the black leadership, the black intelligentsia, the pulpit pimp preachers and the civil rights workers and the black politicians. They're your handlers. They do the bidding of the white liberal, and they've bought into the feministic white liberal ideology. And this is why they hated when he spoke the truth about Margaret Sanger. They hated that he spoke the truth about the LGBT community and the transgenderism that's being pushed on our children. And you want us to care or want us to believe that you care about air quality in Philadelphia? Like he said, with all the weed smoking on the train? Nobody believes you. These people are not serious. They are hell-bent and committed to your destruction. And they want to sell it to you as if it is virtuous and kind and compassionate for you to be pro-choice and for you to be pro-love is love. No. If the transgender agenda and the LGBT agenda and the whole pro-abortion agenda is so good, how come the end result of every single one of those things that I just mentioned, the end result is death and no procreation? There's no life there at the end of those decisions. It's nothing but death and destruction. But they want to sell it to you as a good thing, as something that you should embrace. Shout out to that young man. Shout out to Philly Flips Red. We need a city flips red in every blue Democrat stronghold all over this country. It's gonna come down to our men having to be brave and stand up to this wicked leftist regime to wake up other black men. I hate to say it, but I think too many of us, particularly older black women, we're too far gone. Some of us, there's no hope for us, but what we just listened to that young man say, I believe resonates with younger people. My kids can see leftist progressive ideology, and it's the most morally bankrupt and backwards worldview. They laugh when they hear people say that a man can be a woman and that it's normal for a man to dress up as a woman. They can't wrap their minds around why people want to kill their babies. It's just a warped worldview to them, to my kids. And a lot of the younger generation, they don't really believe in this whole victim narrative like that. I mean, some of them do, depending on how long they've been indoctrinated and trained, but it's gonna require us to continue to speak the truth and to be loud and to be bold, to weaken the grip on the minds and the hearts of this next generation. Some of the people my age and up, leave them alone. Shake the dust off their feet. Like them old chicks sitting up there on that dais, they've already drunk the Kool-Aid. They already old and single and probably childless at this point because they bought into the lie. But that doesn't have to be your story. That doesn't have to be you. So shout out to the Daily Caller for putting that video out, and thank you to my loyal subscriber who sent that to me. I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Did you agree with what this young man said? Do you agree that he was bold and courageous for saying it out loud? Or do you believe that what he said was a little hateful? It was hate speech. Like, how dare we tell the truth about who Margaret Sanger was and how Planned Parenthood is hell-bent on destroying the Black population by convincing us that we need to exterminate ourselves. No one needs to talk about white supremacy anymore because we uphold the institutions of white supremacy and slavery and subjugation and oppression every time you vote for a Democrat. By the way, check out and support using the QR code below my new documentary that we're trying to finish up and get out by the end of the summer of 2026. Slavery is a Choice. I've co-produced that film with Vince Everett Ellison. You can learn all about it in the link below that's in the description box. And until next time, you guys, stand firm, stay bold, and above all else, stay unshakable. Grace and peace.
Slavery is a choice. Now, some people tell you that freedom is a choice. Well, if freedom is a choice, how can slavery not be one? There are people in America right now who want you to believe that you have no choice when it comes to slavery. They want you to look at your past, and they want you to believe that your ancestors had no choice, therefore you have no choice. And if slavery was not a choice, how did 200,000 black people decide to take their freedom from their slave masters? By running away or by killing them? Patrick Henry said, "Give me liberty or give me death." They understood the concepts of liberty. They understood the concepts of freedom. And they understood that sometimes, as Thomas Jefferson said, the tree of liberty must be irrigated with the blood of tyrants and patriots. It is its natural renewal. In order to be free, you must be willing to shed blood. If a robber is going to come into a home, he first must bind the strong man. But if he doesn't bind the strong man will wait and will not allow his house to be shaken up. We must understand this, that freedom is not something that someone gives you. It's something that you accept. And you tell the man who decides to try to take your freedom that this is a death fight. They want you to believe that someone has the power to make you submit to slavery. And submitting to slavery is a sin. One or two things are going to happen here. One thing is, you're not going to leave with a slave. One of us is going to die. Slavery is a choice.